So I wait for everyone to settle down before I start. Meron bang magaling kumanta dito? Para medyo quiet tayo. Meron bang dito? Songer? Or tumutula? I'm serious. Meron gusto mag-volunteer kumanta. Paano naman ano? Masaya. Hello? Ayan na naka-record do. Baka ma-discover kayo. Maging kalabting kayo ni Sandro Ward. Anyone? KJ naman. Yung top notcher yan natin kanina. Mga tawag ko. Sinong gusto mo i-ring kumanta si Abby? Ayun! Abby, ilang pang-exam. Pang-music. Mag-request daw kayo. Sige na. Bigyan natin ng positive reinforcement si Abby. Walang pangalan. Parang mas mahina ata. Yes! Abby na lang. Ayun na po, pati katahimikan. Nakasarap po si Abby. Para hindi gentleman yung pinantahan ka tapos hindi ka magre-reply, di ba? Pero maraming salamat sa inyong pagkanta. Nabuhay ng iba. So, pag uwi niyo mamayang hapon, tinanong kayo naman namin kung ano natutunan niyo ngayon. Kumanta. Number 1, choose the appropriate schedule. A worker is paid by the hour regardless of amount produced. A, B, C, or D. Fixed interval, variable interval, fixed ratio, variable ratio. Okay. When we are talking about interval, we are talking about time. Ratio is amount. Right? Okay. Paid by the hour regardless of amount. So that means the time matters more. Diba? So the only option is A or B. Kasi para may interval. Pero nakalagay dito, okay, by the hour, that means it's predictable. So, which is predictable, fixed or variable? It's fixed, so the answer is letter A. Jen, may hugot ba yung kanta mo kanina? Parang ano ba title mo? To break it up. Hindi daw to break it up. Di ba yun yun? Parang avoidant personality yun eh. Di ba? Bago pa pag-break ka, unahan mo na. Di ba? May hugot ba? No? Unahan mo na. Tapos yung kanina ay galing sa movie na I Won't Remember. Nasaan yung mga songers natin? Nasaan? Yun. Nag-uusapan ka namin. Pasensya na. Number 2, choose the appropriate schedule. A work is paid based on per piece basis. So that means amount. So the option would be letter C and D, right? Kasi may ratio, amount. So is it fixed or variable ratio? Based on a fixed, based on a per piece basis. So this is fixed ratio. Question. Based on a on a per piece basis. That means for every piece, you get something. So that's predictable, right? So that becomes fixed. Is it clear? Okay, for those who answered variable, why is it confusing? Oh, tinatanong ko ngayon yan. Let me be. Let me be. Baka lang din ako nito. Feeling to, gagayahin pa ako. Bakit nga fixed? Or I mean, bakit siya fixed? So why is it confusing? For those who answered variable. Anyone? O may narinig ko kayo ng variable ng sagot. O clear na, kaya ayaw niyo na magtanong. Hello, ngayon na kayo magtanong, kesa naman sa board exam kayo magtanong, kung kailan ka ba din magtanong. Clear why it's fixed? Okay. Conditioning complex behaviors such as language or pet training may be done with A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D. Number 3, letter A, zero letter A. B, C, D. Okay, sige. What is shaping? Yes.
Binibigyan yung sa example ni Stever kasi ay dun sa lesson. Parang in order for an animal to be to do the task, nire-reinforce. So, pinakamalaki yung shape.
Okay. That is shaping, giving rewards. Okay? You shape by giving positive reinforcement every time the behavior that you want to be exhibited is being exhibited. So you reward. So that's correct shaping. How about successive approximation? What is successive approximation? You reward sa nanggagaling yung boses. God? Is that ayun, anong name mo? Nakanta ka rin? Anong name mo?
Reward by getting closer to baby. Reward by getting closer to baby. So, parang pinakonti-konti mo hanggang sa pag-nasa tayo. Parang sa baby.
So,
Sabi ni May, inuunti-unti mo. You reward every step of the way, right? Ang sabi mo ay purple guy. Rico, ang shaping ay you reward.
nire-reinforce mo muna para makagawa yung task. Parang yung sa kasi pinagawa mo siya.
Okay. Now, is shaping and yung shaping ba at successive approximation related to each other? Pwede. Okay? Shaping is or successive approximation is doing shaping several times. Diba? So, if that's the case, then what would be the best answer? It's D. Pwedeng A and B. Right? So pareho siya. Number 4. Cecilia ran up a 10,000 bill from Smart this January. Her mother was upset and confiscated her phone. This is an example of which means okay. What is another term for negative punishment? Okay. So that's correct. Everything. Go. Number 5. Carl hates accounting. Malamang. Sino ba gusto ng accounting dito? Meron ba dito ang addict sa math? Para sa kanila nagpo-flow sa math. Carl hates accounting. His mother is an accountant and ends up doing his homework whenever he refuses to do so because he's scared his son will get a low grade. Now he always lets his mom do his homework. This is an example of A. Carl hates accounting. His mother is an accountant. Okay, what's the correct answer? Okay, medyo tricky ito ah. Ano tamang sagot niyo? Sinong A? Sinong C? Sinong B? Baka lang, sa kanya. Okay. What's positive reinforcement? Ha? Anything that will okay, di ba? Pag ang behavior ay pina-increase mo, that's a reinforcement. Diba? Now, tingnan nyo to. Carl hates accounting. His mother's accountant and ends up doing his homework whenever he refuses to do so. Because she's scared her son will get loaded. Now he always lets his mom do his homework. This is an example of bakit C? Ano yung negative reinforcement? Iniiwasan mo. Pero ang negative reinforcement, di ba? You do something so that you can escape. You do something so that you can escape something. Right? Actually, you do something desirable to escape something undesirable. So, will that fall under negative reinforcement? Meron pa siyang ginawang desirable? Wala. So, mas bagay dito ang what? Okay, the answer is it's A. Kasi ang gagawin ko, magpapakit na lang ako sa nanay ko, di ba? Mommy, sorry, hindi ko talaga makain. Diba? Pero ikaw matalino ka, kaya mo yan. So, si nanay, nire-reward yung ganong behavior ni Carl. Diba? So the answer is A. Do you get why it's A? Bakit siya A? Hindi. Sige. Ganito yan. Naalala niyo yung... Okay. It's a bad behavior, but reinforced positively. Parang ganito yan. Pag mayroong nagmumurang bata sa labas, it's a bad behavior, right? It's a bad behavior. Okay? Pero pag sinabi ko sa bata, wow, ang luto ko ang galing. Diba? Will that bata, wow, I'm so funny. Will that boy repeat the behavior? Pag sinabi ko, wow, ang lutong, ulitin mo, ang galing. Yes, right? So, I'm increasing the probability that he will do it again. So, I'm positively reinforcing the behavior, even if it's a bad behavior. Clear? Gets? So, parang ganon. Si Carl, mag-iinating hindi niya kaya, so sinabi, sige na nga, gawin ko na nga. So, nire-reinforce yung behavior. Ini-increase niya yung chances na mag-iinating na naman si Carl. Okay. Here. A young child learns to fear going to a doctor's office after receiving several shots. The unlearned response of feeling pain is the... A young child learns to fear going to a doctor's office after receiving several shots. The unlearned response of feeling pain is the... What? A, B, C, or D? A young child learns to fear going to a doctor's office. So, pag papunta ka lang sa doktor, natatakot na siya. The unlearned response of feeling pain is the... Parang typo to. Dapat learned response siguro. Hindi, sige, wag bonus. Ayoko ng salitang bonus. Parang taga-SM na yun. Pagawin natin item, pagawin natin an. The learned response of feeling pain is the conditioned response. Kapag ginawa ng learned, kasi paano laban ang learned? Ano tayo? Becomes conditioned response. If the learned response of feeling pain. Number 7. This factor has to do with being affectionate, talkative, and fun-loving. Is it extroversion, openness, agreeableness, and emotional stability? It's letter A. Here. Okay, saan kinuha itong extroversion, openness, agreeableness? Sa ocean. Sa Big Five. Siya daw ba? Ano nyo gets eh? Kaya ocean yung Big Five theory, di ba? Sino yung mga authors nito? Okay, pause them. Okay. If you subscribe to the statement, I am the captain of my ship, the master of my boat, then you have A. Hindi ba pwedeng self-efficacy? Self-confidence. They are related, but the best answer would be internal locus of control, right? Which means, sinong hindi nakuha yung tamang sagot dito? Lahat kayo, tama, ang galing naman. Walang maamin. Internal locus of control means everything that is happening to me, I am responsible. It's because of me. Ayaw? So that's internal. Pag external, pag ano man nangyayari sa akin, eh dahil sa environment, dahil sa ibang tao, dahil sa faith, but not because of what I'm doing. Okay? Yes. Okay, magkakaiba talaga sila. Ito. Ang internal locus of control, sinong author nito? Sino yung galing to? Julian Goddard. Yung internal sa external locus of control is how you attribute things that are happening. Okay? Pag internal, it's because of me. Okay? I passed the board exam because I studied, because I worked hard for it. That's internal locus of control. Ang external, I passed the board exam because magaling yung katabi ko at malinaw ang mata ko. Okay? It's because of external factors. Or baka madali yung exam. Kaya, it's not because of me, it's because of, that's external. Now, so, it's very different from self-efficacy, which is a term used by Bandura. Si Bandura, sabi niya, ang self-efficacy is your belief that you can do what you want to do. Okay? Yung alam mong kaya mong gawin, yung dapat mong gawin, o yung gusto mong gawin. That's self-efficacy. Now, it can be internal or external. Right? Kasi pwede akong maniwala na kaya kong gawin yan, kaya kong ipasa yung board exam. Kasi alam kong madali ang exam. So, pwedeng internal or external. But still, self-efficacy because you know you can do it. Regardless if it's internal or external. Gets? Okay? Now, the other one is schema. Schema is template. Okay? Parang this is how you see things. Okay? Schema can be related to, we can actually relate it to, for example, kay George Kelly yung constructs. Diba? Ito ang schema ko, ito ang template ko, ito ang tingin ko. Okay? Clear? Okay na? Sige, thank you for that question. Sige, baka may ibang na-clarify. Okay. Asan tayo? Number 9. If you believe that a child's peer group and where she goes for school are very important in the forming of one's personality, then you are focusing on the blank argument of human nature. A, nature. B, nurture. C, equilibrium. D, growth. Okay, this is easy. Answer is yes. Meron bang nagkamali dito? Naku, medyo madali ito pag pinagkamali. Nurture, because nurture is environmental. I mean, surroundings. So that means friends. Okay? So, nurture is very behavioral. Diba? Parang yan yung sinasabi ng behaviorism. Everything that we learn from others. From something external. Clear? Bakit nurture? Okay. Then, if you think there are broad personality patterns that fit large numbers of people, then you are focusing on the blank argument of human nature. Okay, universality. Okay. That there is something common to all human beings. Number 11, the function of the ego is to A, moderate the desires of the parents and the child. B, compromise between the demands of the reality and the superego. C. Gratify its wishes. D. Gratify superego demands. Letter B. Good. Freud's view of human nature did not include A. Constancy of conflict, presence of anxiety. C. Capacity to change throughout life. Tension reduction as the goal of life. Sure? Yes. Diba si Freud yung nagsabing, first 6 or 7 years of your life would be the blueprint of your adult personality. Okay? The answer is letter C. So there's no one, there's little room to change. 13. In making a decision, these people tend to value empathy, appreciation for others, and harmony. A, B, C, D. Failures, letter B. Okay. Saang theory galing ito? Okay, anong tawag ito sa mga to? These are collective. These are what we call personality factors. Okay. These are what we call ang hindi mong sagot kahanta. Lahat. Hindi, pag tinawag ko at di nakasagot. Sino kaya? Walang tumitingin sa akin. Ang tawag dito ay psychological types. Remember? Okay. 14. If you prefer studying things that are more complete and detailed in nature, then you are probably A. What? Sensor. Oh, bakit? Ano ang sagot niyo? Judger? Thinker? Okay, ang sagot ay intuitive para hindi na kayo mag-aaway. Teka, ganito yan, di ba? Thinkers, they're not necessarily detailed. Right? Because ang thinking, ang kalaban niyan feeling. Diba? Sila yung, what do I do with this information? Ang thinking, they use their heads. Right? Very cerebral. They use logic. Okay. Ang mga judger naman, sa lifestyle ko, sila organized. Right? Organize silang schedule lahat. But it has nothing to do with being complete. Sensor, gusto nila ay yung mga something that you should use your senses, okay, to evaluate something. Okay? So that's the reason why they want complete detail. Okay? Diba, for example, ang gusto nilang mga jobs ay, ang mga sensor nilang trabaho ay, kunyari accounting. Yung talaga may exact document or yung ganun, yung hindi kailangan mag-imagine. Okay? Kasi ano ba ang opposite ng sensing? Intuitive. Yung open to imagination, open-ended, di ba? Ang sensor, gusto niya concrete. Yung kung ano yung na-sense ko, yun na yun. Okay, is this still confusing? Grabe tayo sinabi. Bakit? Where is the confusion coming from? Where is the confusion coming from? Kasi if you prefer studying, what do you mean by studying? Ini-evaluate mo, di ba? So that means, ang hirap pa ipaintindihan sa teka. Sige, tanongin ko na, saan ka nang gagaling confusion? Where is the confusion coming from? Anyone who is confused in this item? Yes? So why is it confusing? Okay. Ang mga judge, remember kasi studying means how you look at information, diba? How you take in information. But ang lifestyle kasi is how you want your information to be presented to you. So, for example, kung sinabi dito kunyari na I want to have a clear schedule or I want to have a detailed things to do, then it becomes judging. Diba? Judger. Pero ito, if something is presented to you, how will you take it in? How will you interpret it? Ayun. So, ang mga sensors, gusto nila, complete detail. Diba for example, ang sensor, diba sabi nga nila, diba, ang sensor, they see the trees, the intuitives, they see the forest. Diba, nakita na yung kabuuan. Ayun. Pero yung mga sensing, detalye. Sensing, for example, may tao sa harap nila, sila yung makakakita ng very, very, very simple details such as, bagong gupit ka. Baka mapapansin nila agad yun. Complete. Alam nila kung ano yung nakikita nila. Ang mga intuitive, pag nakita nila, parang may bago sa'yo, pero hindi ko masabi kung ano. Nakikita lang sila yung entire thing. Right? They see the forest, not the trees. On the other hand, ang sensing, they see the details. Okay? They like details. Okay? Now, I can see the point. Medyo kasi related yung judging, even the thinking, doon sa detail. Diba? Kasi word na detail. Okay? So, maybe that's the source of confusion. Okay? But what can make it a more, what can make sense or a more logical answer is you prefer studying. Studying is analyzing. Okay? What's in front of you. Okay, so the correct answer really here is C, sensor. 15. A child who compares his performance with that of others probably in this stage. A. Initiative versus guilt. B. Industry versus superiority. C. Autonomy versus shame. D. Identity versus identity confusion. D or D? D. Okay, industry versus inferiority. And these are under who is the realist? If your mother was unpredictable in responding to your needs, you would probably develop this kind of attachment. Okay, B. This is obvious. Anxious. 17. Personal constructs are best defined as? Okay, first of all, personal constructs are under George Kelly. Okay, letter A. Subjective opinions held without substantiating evidence. B. Events that are shaped by personal biases. C. Alternative ways of looking at the world. Or D. Transparent templates or patterns that help people make sense out of the world. It's dog, letter D. Kelly defined a role as a facade we erect to prevent others from seeing who we really are. B. A pattern of behavior resulting from our understanding of the constructs of others. C. The extent to which we accurately construe the constructions of others. D. An invalid personal construct in need of the validation of another. Answer is A, B, C, or D. Okay, tingnan natin. Letter A. Is it a facade? Ang role? What do you mean by facade? It's like a front. Peke. Diba? So it's not. B. A pattern of behavior resulting from our understanding of the constructs of others. Okay, this is the best answer. Letter B. Okay, 19. Kelly's fundamental postulate. What is a fundamental postulate? Okay. Oh. Fundamental postulate means something that guides us in the future. Hindi ba ano yun? A fundamental postulate is basic assumption, right? So, Kelly's fundamental postulate assumes that A. Present behavior is guided by past experiences. B. People guide their actions by the ways they predict the future. C. All behavior without exception is completely determined by and pertinent to one's phenomenal field. And D. Personal constructs are convenient for an infinite range of events. It's letter B. Okay? So the basic assumption of Kelly is that our actions are guided by how we see and predict the future. 20. The nature of the ego and the superego varies from person to person because A. The ego and superego are genetically programmed. B. The ego and the superego are affected by the dependencies of the parents. C. People do not have precisely the same experiences in childhood. D. Once people become adults, they modify their superegos. Okay, so A is definitely not the answer, obviously, because superego is not genetically programmed. Right? B. The ego and the superego are affected by the defenses of the parents. Okay. Is B a valid answer? Or C? Okay, the answer is C. Oo, kasi hindi naman directly yung defenses ng parents ang magbabari ng superego natin, di ba? And the ego. It's our experiences. For Jung, the personality undergoes transcendence in the middle ager, or middle age. this is the idea that opposites attract. B, opposites within the personality can unite. C, the persona is replaced by the psyche. D, the person realizes his or her potential. Answer. Opposites attract, di ba? Is the persona replaced by the psyche? That will not happen. The psyche is your personality. A persona is an archetype. Diba? So, the psyche, you don't replace the persona. Diba? So, letter C is not an option. So, it's just between B or D. But letter D sounds like what? Humanistic or existential, di ba? So it's really B, opposites within the personality can unite. Okay? This is when. But, okay, question. Opposites within the personality can unite, that means, ito kasi diba sabi natin, opposites will never become one. Okay? But becoming one and being united may sound similar, but they're not. Okay? Because when we say unite, it is possible that two people or two forces unite. That means they still have their individualities, but they have common goal. That's being united. Diba? But being one is different. Being one, ibig sabihin, naging isa ka na lang. So, the tension between two opposites will never become one, but they can unite. Ibig sabihin, two different opposite characteristics may exist in one person. They're different, but they're united. Are you getting my point? Okay. So parang pag kayong mag-best friend nag-unite, hindi naman ibig sabihin si Rico at si Jem ay isang tao na kahit nag-unite sila. They're still separated, but they're united probably by a goal. Diba? Baka pareho gustong ligawan si niya. Joke lang. Asa na tayo? 20. 1. For you, 22. First, children are more apt than others to be A. Oriented toward the past because of having once been the center of their parents' lives. B. Interested in maintaining order and authority because of parental reaction to their misbehavior in response to birth of the second child. C. Insecure and hostile towards others. Or D. All of the above. Okay, first, children, that means we are talking about birth order. Right? Kanina tong birth order? Okay, so anong tama dito? A, B, C, or D? D. Okay, lahat to, all of these can be experienced by firstborn children. Horney did not believe that the basis for women's inferiority feelings in relation to men is social and cultural, more biological than social, due to male resentment, and D, social and economic discrimination. Okay, B. Sige, Abby, can you explain why B? Ha? Ayaw mag-explain. Okay, ang sabi kasi ni Horney, parang yung inequality between men and women was created by society and not biology. Okay? That's why the answer is, hindi siya niwala na it's biological. Okay, so the answer is B. More biological than social. So not more biological than social. 24, the person who keeps an emotional distance and must not love, hate, or cooperate is the blank personality type. Detached. Detached is also known as avoidant. 25. The orientation that best characterizes 21st century capitalist societies is. Okay, the keyword is capitalist. Kapitalista. Ibig sabihin, business-minded. So, alin dito ang business-minded? Hoarding? Marketing. So, letter B. Okay, 25. Sinong nakakuha ng 25 points? Walang mali. 1/4 na tayo. 25, 24. 23, 22. Huh? Ano? 21. Mistakes? 21, 20. Mayroon ng 20. Okay. Bakit ang dami nyo ng mali? According to Fromm, Hitler was an example of A. Biophilus character, Necrophilus character, C. Neurotic compost mentality, D. Superfluous character. It's letter D as in dog, boy as in baboy. Okay. What is Necrophilus character? It's also known as the murderous character. Ito yung you're out there to be superly aggressive no matter if you hurt someone. Okay. So, mas matindi pa siya dun sa exploitative. Diba? Exploitative kasi nang-aabuso lang. Ito, they will do whatever they want to get what they want. 27. The TAT, TAT is what? Okay. The answer is A, B, C, or D. Okay, TAT, thematic perception test, is what kind of test? It's a projective test. It's a projective test that reveals a person's unconscious thoughts, feelings, and fears. Okay? Although letter D, the first part is correct, was used by Murray. Henry Murray is the one who conceptualized the TAT. 28. Letter D. Sorry, hindi ko sinabi sagot. Minsan, ang mga sagot, di sinasabi talaga. Mararamdaman mo na lang. Kaya kung manhid ka, malas mo. 28. The need for abasement may be described as the need to A. Make an impression, B. Act for fun without purpose, C. Submit passively or passively to external force, D. Resist coercion and restriction. Okay, C. Submit passively. That's abasement. Yung our need to submit. Our need to be part of something. 29. The person who engages in splitting, shouting, or verbal aggression may be demonstrating A. An oral rejection complex, an oral aggression complex, C. A claustral complex, D. An Icarus complex. C or D? B. Okay. There's no oral rejection complex. Okay? Wala rin claustral complex. Are you familiar with Icarus complex? No. Okay, ako rin, the joke lang. Ang Icarus complex, but do you know the story of Icarus? Yes. Sino si Icarus? Ha? Okay, yung anak ni Manggarius. It is the story of the father and son, di ba? The father told, okay, don't, kasi they created wings to fly, di ba? So, despite the dad saying, okay, not too high, okay, pero itong anak ang kulit, hindi, kaya ko pa yan. Yan. Tapos yun, so nag-disintegrate yung feathers ng wings. Bumagsak siya. So, yun yung Icarus complex, yung parang feeling mo kahit sinasabi na ng authority, hindi mo pa rin susundin. Parang you're out there to prove something. Okay. So, is that the correct answer? No. The correct answer is letter B, oral aggression complex. 30. Which of the following ideas was not supported by Allport? Sino si Allport? Ha? Okay, dispositional. A. The normal person controls many of the forces that motivate him or her. Is that supported by Allport? Yes. The present and the future are the focus on the healthy personality. Yes. Diba? Conscious motivation, remember? The unconscious is important only in the study of normal behavior. Okay. Letter D. A gradual continuum rather than a sharp break exists between normal and abnormal personalities. What is not supported? The answer is letter? Sure? Sure? In the context of saying the conscious motivation, he actually claimed that it is important to be conscious, to be healthy. We need to be conscious of what we are doing. So in the context of that, he actually claimed that abnormal behavior can happen if you are not conscious, okay, of what you are doing, if you don't do it intentionally. So, the correct answer actually is D. In fact, kasi it's not a gradual continuum. For him, pag sinabi kasi continuum, di ba parang may rating? Right? Parang continuum is it's a spectrum. Diba? Parang may degree. Okay? But for all traits can be distinct from each other. Okay? Distinct from each other. So, it's letter D. 31. A trait that may be ruling passion or a master sentiment is A, central trait, B, secondary trait, C, magnificent obsession, D, cardinal trait, E, sparrow trait. It's cardinal trait. Bakit nga naman nagkaroon ng sparrow trait? Do you know that cardinal is a bird? So, papagulo ng sparrow. Kasi birthday siya. 32. Which of the following statements is indicative of Allport's theory of functional autonomy? Anong number tayo? 32. Which of the following statements is indicative of Allport's theory of functional autonomy? A motive is functionally related to past goal. B, a means to an end becomes an end in itself. C, exploring childhood experiences increases our understanding of adult motive. D, a childhood behavior that is fun will be continued as an adult behavior. A, B, C, or D? It's Heather. Sinong A? B? C? D? Okay. Letter C, exploring childhood experiences increase our understanding of adult motive. But remember in number 30, okay? Di ba sabi ni Allport, the present and the future are the focus on the healthy personality. So they don't dwell too much on the past. So letter C is not the correct answer. Okay? So, obviously not B. Right? So it's between A and B. Okay? But then again, a motive is functionally related to a past goal. Past, again, is not the main focus. Okay? So, a means to an end becomes an end itself, meaning when you think that the end is your goal and you make it the now, as in yung goal mo ngayon, then it becomes the end. So that is actually more related to functional autonomy. Okay, so the answer is B. 33. When you're asked to describe a friend or write a recommendation letter, you probably describe the person's central traits. And these are still under Allport's theory. Okay. Many people say that Ian is humble, selfless, and trustworthy. She probably scores high in extroversion, neuroticism, openness, and agreeableness. Ano correct answer? It's never D. Agreeableness. Martha's attention is taken up by academics and extracurricular clubs in school. She is probably in the psychosexual stage. Latency, letter E. Okay? Why latency? Because the libido is absent, okay, or inactive. When a very strict father becomes very affectionate and caring towards his son, his blank archetype is activated. Letter, sinong A? B? C? D? Okay. It's not father archetypes too obvious, di ba? Kasi father na nga ngayon dyan. Saka, ang ano dyan kasi, ang important part of the question is affectionate and caring towards his son are characteristics usually associated with mothers or females, di ba? Which now is the female unconscious of a man. It's the anima. So the answer is A, anima. Okay? When Tracy unconsciously imitates her mother, she's probably going through A, B, C, or D. 11. electrocomplex, superiority complex, Oedipus complex, or D, modeling? It's A. Do you still remember what electrocomplex is? Opposite lang ng Oedipus. Deborah decides to join Doctors Without Borders, an international humanitarian aid non-governmental organization, instead of joining her father's lucrative medical practice despite pressure from her friends and family. She showed existential living, conditions of birth, organismic trusting, and or accurate empathy. What's the correct answer? What is existential living? Yung seize the day, di ba? Kung anong meron at kung gusto mo gawin mo. Yung conditions of birth would be you will accept a person depending on if he or she satisfy your conditions. Okay, so definitely it's not the answer. Okay, accurate empathy is not judging other people. Yeah. So the closest answer would be letter A or C, right? Okay, what organismic trusting is doing what you think is right despite of what? Despite of what other people think, right? So, is it more A or more C? It's C. Erickson's model of human development is A, epigenetic, phylogenic, tetragenic, symbiotic. A. What is epigenetic? Stage, okay? So you need to learn the different conflicts per stage before you can proceed to the next. Martina is an outgoing, imaginative, logical, and goal-oriented person. Her psychological type is probably A. ENTJ. Harry is very submissive and does not like being by himself. His personality would not be considered as not. Remember, not. Okay, letter D, moving against, because letter A, B, and C, they are all similar to each other, which is they're very dependent. Okay? Gina and Trisha are each other's best friends. Their world revolves around each other. They are probably in this stage. ABC. First of all, whose theory is this? Okay, Sullivan. Okay. What characterizes juvenile stage? Juvenile? Yung ano? Sino yung nagsasalita? Oh, Maze. Langsan mo ulit. Ano, what is juvenile? What characterizes juvenile? Who is the important person in juvenile stage? Sino ang nakalimutan during juvenile stage? Parents, di ba? Napalitan siya ng peers, idols, teachers, right? Sa pre-adolescence, sino ang significant other? Best friend. Usually, sabi ni Sullivan, it's the same sex best friend. It's you and me against the world, which we call chum, right? So, the answer is B. Self-efficacy is boosted when we get encouragement from someone that we look up to. This is an example of A, B, C, or D. Sinong A? B? C? May narinig ako sa tingin niya. D. Okay. The answer is encouragement from someone that we look up to. Usually we encourage verbally, right? Yeah. And this should come from someone who is in authority to give feedback. So the answer is verbal persuasion, letter A. All are false about evolutionary theory except for A, B, C, D. The Big Bang theory has evolutionary roots. Byproducts and noise are evolved adaptations. Men are more wary of emotional infidelity. D, sexual selection is not involved in evolutionary psychology. Oh, answer. A, B, C, or D? Sinong A? B, C, D. Walang sumasagot. Parang gusto na ata umuwi. Siguro tamad. Ayaw na namin ang practice exam. Gusto namin totoo na. Sana bukas na ang board exam. Diba? Be careful what you wish for. Baka biglang mag-announce ng PRC. Due to insistent demand, board exam is transferred to October 7 and 8. Pwede ba nilang gawin yun? Pag trip nila, ano mo naman, mga kapangyarihan, kaya gawin ng gawin. Okay. Number 44, balikan ko. Isa-isin natin. Let's start from letter D. Sexual selection is not involved in evolutionary psychology. This is? False. Okay. Now, let me share an interesting article in psychology today which I read several years ago. Okay? It's not true. Sa movies, di ba, lagi yung gwapo at maganda nagkakatuluyan. Most of the time, right? Di ba? Sa kita-kita lang naman na uso yung get patulog. Pero most of the time, right? But that does not reflect reality, okay? In the human mate selection, of course, initially, we look for good physical qualities so that our offsprings will have better genes, right? Okay. That is why, sabi nga nila, it's always almost the case that good guys will always end up last. Yung mga matitino, maginoo, laging nahuhuli. Laging na nakakakuha ng mga magaganda ay yung varsity type, pogi, macho. Do you agree with that? Teka lang, easy lang. Sa bagay, tinanong ko nga naman kayo, no? Siyempre sasagot kayo. Yeah, most of you would say no. I understand. But, do not deny the fact that most of you, regardless from boys or girls, one of the initial things that you would look for would be physical attributes. Diba? May narinig ka ba kayong nagsabi na ang pangarap ko sa buhay ay makapag-asawa ng pangit? Wala naman, right? Obviously, we want good characteristics. Okay? But as human beings, as separate from the animal world, ang animal world kasi talagang physical, di ba? Kung sino yung pinakamay magandang meme sa lion, kung sino yung pinakamagandang buka ng pika. But in the human world, we look at that, but at the end, ba't kayo natatawa? Ayaw maniwala sa akin. At the end, okay, what you look for, girls, are those that are steady. Ibig sabihin, sa una, ma-attract kayo sa mga pogi, macho, six-pack abs. But at the end, you will find out that what you really like are the reliable ones. Yung may trabaho, yung matino, yung maaalagaan ng anak niya na mabuti. Okay? That's why, yun sa dulo, sinasabi the good boys end up last. Sa huli na lang na-realize ng females na yun naman palang importante. Parang gano'n. And that's part of evolution. It's part of that's part of mate selection. Na talaga, ang mauuna tayong ma-attract yung physical attributes. Okay? So, the positive news para sa ating mga lalaki, hindi niyo naman kailangan sobrang maging gwapo at macho. Ang importante, matino kayong tao. Diba? Yun yung pagmamatter sa dulo. Here. So, that means, mate selection is part. Okay? It's true. Okay. Letter C. Is this true or false? Men are more wary of emotional infidelity. Is this true or false? Yes or no? Ano ba ibig sabihin nito? Yung mga lalaki daw, mas naapektuhan ng emotional infidelity. When it comes to evolution, what do you think? Anyone? May gusto pa mag-explain ito? Is this true or false? Okay. Meron two types of infidelity, di ba? May emotional infidelity. Merong physical or sexual infidelity. Right? Okay. Sino ang mas affected ng emotional infidelity? Women. According to evolution. Okay. Ang mga babae, sabi nila, masakit na lokohin ng lalaki. Okay? Masakit lokohin. Yeah? Pero matitiis ko yung mga babae daw, hindi ako. Mas matitiis daw nila na yung asawa nila o yung mate nila ay maraming multiple partners pero walang emotion. Talagang ang habol lang ay mating. Masakit yun, pero mas matatanggap nila kesa sa meron talagang minahal na iba, yung lalaki. Okay, so they're more wary of emotional infidelity. On the other hand, ang mga lalaki daw ay mas wary about sexual infidelity. Yung mga lalaki, okay lang na magkaroon ka ng feelings dyan. Huwag lang kayong magkaroon ng sexual affair. Now, what is the relationship of that idea with evolution? Bakit may kinalaman sa evolution yung ganong klaseng perspective na ang lalaki, okay lang na magkaroon ka ng feelings. Huwag lang kayong magkakuan. Huwag lang kayong magkaroon ng sexual thing. It's because of what? Kasi, ang lalaki, what? Ang importante, di ba, evolution, mapas yung genes. Right? So, pag may ibang lalaking nakapag-impregnate sa'yo, pag nabuntis ang babae, hindi ako makakasiguradong akin yun. Kasi pwedeng dun sa isa. So mas gusto ko na magustuhan mo yung iba, may love ka, pero wala kang sexual something. Kasi sigurado ako na yung anak kung nasa tiyan mo, akin yan. Pero kung nagkaroon kayo ng ganon, pwede akong magkaduda. At hindi ko mapapasa yung genes ko dun sa offspring kasi may sumingit. Diba? So, yun yung evolutionary aspect of mating, diba? Of jealousy and infidelity. Okay? So that means, hindi rin totoo yung letter C. Okay, byproducts in noise are evolved adaptations. No, they're not. Okay? So the answer is A. The Big Five theory has evolutionary roots. That's correct. In fact, Boss and Nettle, yung authors ko, Boss and Nettle argued that the Big Five theory has very strong evolutionary roots. Are you happy with your results? Wow, 1 month na lang, di pa rin kayo masaya. Anong gagawin natin yan? Baka naman hard to please talaga kayo. Gusto nyo perfect lagi. Baka lahat kayo ang aim on top 1. Kaya lagi kayong malungkot. Pwede naman mangyari yun eh, kasi pwede mag-tie sa isang score, di ba? So, hero mo lahat kayo, top 1. Ganyan. Yun nga lang sigurado merong magdududa. Sabihin DK, pati lahat ng taga-spark number 1. Ano ba? Number 45. All of these are weaknesses of Isaac's theory except for A, B, C, or D? It lacks we're looking for except that means hindi. It lacks an explicit and independent situational taxonomy. Which is not actually a weakness of Ising. Kasi very clear ang definition niya ng neuroticism and psychoticism sa kanyang extroversion, di ba? B, it focused primarily on the biological end of personality but failed to explain the differential impact of various situations of people. Is this a weakness or not? No, actually, so it's not the correct answer. More research studies needed to test the differential behavior of neurotics and psychotics. Is this a weakness? It may not be directly a weakness because all of three theories naman, we need more validation. So kahit na Eysenck pa yan, Allport pa yan, Big Five pa yan, it will still help if we continue studying these traits. So it's a weakness common to all. Okay? So, how about them? He did not construct tests to assess normal and abnormal personality. Actually, he did. So that is why the answer is never B. Answer is D. Our relationship to self and our ability to grasp who we are best describes is letter. Wala naman siguro sumagot ng D, no? Kasi wala naman yan. Letter C, I get well. I think, relationship with the self. All are true of existentialism except the statement. A. People are always becoming or transcending themselves. B. Freedom is more important than responsibility. C. Existence implies non-existence. Awareness of death creates existential angst or anxiety. A, B, C, or D? Okay, A, B, C, or D? Okay, tingnan natin ha. Letter A, is this true or not? People are always becoming or transcending themselves. This is true, right? Okay. B, freedom is more important than responsibility. True or not? Okay. Freedom is as important as responsibility. Or the other way around. Responsibility is as important as freedom. It's not more. So the answer is B. Yes, existence implies non-existence. So if someone exists, that means merong ang hindi exist. And it's true also that awareness of death creates existential angst or anxiety. So letter B is the correct answer. "48. Cora is quite withdrawn, isolated, and depressed. Her Adlerian therapist would probably try to promote A. Social interest, B. Striving for superiority, C. Fictional finalism, D. Style of life." Okay, correct answer is social interest A. Social interest is our motivation to interact with other people, which is a primary strategy for depressed people, di ba? We try to reconnect with other people. All of these are strengths of Adler's theory except for A, giving emphasis to birth order, B, emphasizing the creative self, C, seeing dreams as a clue for solving problems and the tool for planning the future, and D, explaining meaningful coincidences. A, B, C, or D? Okay. Siya ba ang nagbigay ng emphasis sa birth order? Yes. In-emphasize ba niya ang creative self? Yes. Gumagamit ba siya ng dreams? Yes. Yeah. In therapy, sometimes, although Jungian and Freudian are the more popular modes of dream analysis, but Adler also believe that dreams can actually be source of information. Okay? Explaining meaningful coincidences is more related to synchronicity, which is a term very much related to Carl Jung. Okay? 50. Which is not true of Adler's theory. Future goals are important sources of motivation. B. The conscious mind is emphasized. C. Dreams are used to detect the contents of unconscious mind. And D. Personality is determined, at least in part, by individuals themselves. Answer is C. Again, dreams are used but not to unearth unconscious materials. Okay? In Adlerian dream work, okay, what we do is we use the dreams as sources of possible creative selves or possible fictional finalism or yung possible ito yung gusto mong mangyari but it has nothing to do with unconscious. Yun. Okay, 50, we're halfway done. Meron bang naka 45 and above? 45 above? 44. 43. 43. O si Abby ulit. Ikaw? Ilan ka? 10. Okay lang yan. Yeah. Bali mo hindi ka na magkamali ulit. O di 19 score mo. Wait, naalala ko nung PU per natin. Sino yung laging top 1? Yan si Vanessa. Nandito ba si Vanessa? Wala na. Vanessa, you are here. Nabago. Walang challenge. Para daw mahirapan siya, sa board exam na siya sisipot. Challenge. O baka naman, Vanessa, baka na, are you here? Baka nagpalit lang ng identity. But when was the last time she attended? Nakita niyo ba naman siya? Yes. Ngayon lang siya wala. Tuloy lang. Sinong best friend ni Vanessa? Wala na. Oh, wala na, sorry. Usually wala rin. Wala siya best friend. Where are we now? 51. For Horinai, which is true of neurotic people? Which is true? A. The impression of the real self is not distorted. Of course it's distorted if you're neurotic. B. They emphasize the use of one of the neurotic traits at the expense of the other two neurotic traits. Okay, the answer is B. Parang the neurotic trends can be codependent from each other. C. They do not succumb to the... Sinabi na ba yung natin tamang sagot? With feelings ko sinabi. 52. According to Bulatao, do you know Bulatao? Si Father Bulatao to eh. He died na, I think, 2-3 years ago. Okay. He's from Ateneo. This is the painful emotion arising from a relationship with an authority figure or society that inhibits self-assertion even during situations perceived to be dangerous to one's ego. The answer is A. Joke lang. Biglang bawit, no? Come on, there's a key word there, keywords that inhibits self-assertion. So it's hiya, nahihiya, diba? Pag hindi ka assertive, nahihiya ka. Hiya ako eh. Parang pag nagtatanong ako sa inyo, oh, may questions ba kayo? So, magkakalimitan ko eh. Huwag na magtanong. Nahihiya ako eh. Pag hindi nyo assert na, sir, malabo, hindi na maintindihan. Nasiya. Michael's new favorite word is no. He's probably in the blank stage. A, B, C, or D? Okay. Kung letter A, tingnan nga natin, magkakaroon mo yung first statement ka, anong age nito? Around 2. And it coincides with development of language, right? And usually the first thing, or the one of the first words they learn is no. Okay. So the answer is A. Matthew tends to be talkative with friends. Silent with his parents and quiet during class. He is probably in the What's the clue here? Tingnan nyo, nag-iiba-iba siya ng personality, di ba? So, ano dyan yung closest? It has something to do with knowing who you are. So, it's identity. So, it's letter D. Questions? Is this clear? Okay, Katrina can now tell her mother what she's feeling and what she wants. She is the A, B, C, or D? D? Dog? Bakit boy? Dog? Dog ka? Siya boy. Bakit boy? Bakit dog? Bakit boy? Bakit dog? Bakit dog? Tinanong sino na sa'yo. Bakit? Sino nagsabi sa'yo? Tara, bubugin natin. Ito. Sino nagsabi sa'yo? Anyone? Can anyone explain this? These are very uncommon terms. Anyone? Yeah, kay Sullivan to. These are Sullivan terms. Anyone? Yeah, pag lumalapit ako, bilang tumatahimik eh. Anyone? Sino? Anong name mo? Abi ka din? Grabe. Abi, grabe. Oh.
Abi bro. Explain nga.
Yes. B.
Okay.
Kasi, yung both ng mga parang kasi yung A, parang hindi ko maging
Hindi ka mag-explain. Buti na lang sa board exam si essay. Hanap tayo mga explain. Sige, thank you, Abby.
Anyone who is confident with his answer, sige, try mo.
Walang mic, hindi okay lang.
Ano daw po kasi sabi yung productive po, parang sumusunod lang po siya kung ano sinasabi ng mama niya.
Okay.
Tapos po doon sa may parataxi po, parang nagkakaroon na po siya ng initiative po na sabihin niya.
Okay, anong source mo dyan?
Yung
nagsabi sa'yo?
Hindi mo binabasa ko.
Okay.
Any other answers? Ay, ikaw, gusto mo explain ba niya? Yes, sir.
Ayun. Di ako sure sa kung ano yung parataxic, pero yung protaxic, that is yun yung way of communicating ng child in which siya lang nakakaintindi. This is what we call autistic language. So, yung siya lang nakakaintindi ng sinasabi niya. And then, yun yung parang pinaka-earliest na development ng child. Then, during mga age 3, magde-develop ang kanyang syntactic level of communication wherein nako-communicate na niya na maayos dun sa kausap niya.
Okay, so what's your answer? Syntactic. So we have 2 votes for syntactic. Meron ba kang iba dyan? Hindi ka pa ng jacket. Anyone? I-involve natin sa record. Anong sagot niyo dito? Anyone? Oh, dalawa lang ang pinipilian natin para lahat 6 ang kita. So, Ang sinasuggest ko ba hindi letter A ang sagot, di ba? Kasi sabi mo, ano name ulit? Steven. Sabi ni Steven, hindi A. Ang productive kasi is nakakaintindi. Oo, tama yun. So, hindi naman parasitic, di ba? Big. Wala. So, we're just looking for B. Okay. So, anong sagot dito? Anyone? Ayan, meron ka mag-source dyan. Patingin nga. Syntaxic level. O, anong paralaxic? That's talagang nasa step. Uy, bawal ko sa board exam ha. Baka cellphone nyo, dala-dala nyo sa ano. O, sige nga, explain mo sa akin. Sa amin. Mas maalala nyo ito pag in-explain mo eh. You may explain na anyone. Okay. Sige lang, Juan, paano mo naiintindihan? Anong name mo? Ha? Neil. Okay. How do you understand parataxic and syntaxic? Neil. Oh, kailan gusto mo yung best friend? Oh, sige, read it aloud. Parataxic. Can you read it aloud? And try to understand. Sige, okay. Okay.
Parataxic experiences are physiological and usually resolved when a person assumes a cause-and-effect relationship between two events that occur coincidentally.
Sabi mo kasi dito yung parataxic level experiences that are too logical and really possible to accurately communicate to others. Included in these are erroneous assumptions about cause and effect, which Sullivan termed as paradoxic distortions. While syntactic level are experiences that can be accurately communicated to others, so paradoxic will be possible to accurately
Paradoxic is quite impossible to or accurately relate. On the other hand, syntaxic is when you are able to relay what you want to say. Okay. Now, the tricky part here is, kasi lahat sila parang foreign. They're not usual terms, right? Right? This is from Sullivan. Kaya mahirap siyang tandaan. That's why I am emphasizing understand it so that when it comes out in the board exam, you will remember it. Diba? Kasi in Cog Sci, when you try to comprehend something, it's easier to remember it kesa just to memorize it. Okay? And it's quite hard to memorize these terms kasi medyo magkakatunog, magkaka-away. Okay, so the answer is syntaxic. Ngayon, so sino kaya nagsabi sa'yo? Isip ka lang. Hallucinate ka. Hindi, baka ano lang yun, nagkaroon ka ng distortion na parang hindi naalala mo. Tapos ito pa kasi, medyo ang clue dyan is syntax. Do you know what syntax is? Syntax error, no? Syntax is the way you say the sentence or the structure, it's easier to understand. Okay? Kaya kung sinabi syntax error, hindi maintindihan. Ibig sabihin, hindi maintindihan ng computer kung anong gusto mo. Syntax error. Diba? But in syntax, ibig sabihin, Di ba minsan pag sinabing grammatical and syntactical error, ibig sabihin pag grammatical, may mali sa grammar. Syntax, ibig sabihin may mali sa pagka-compose ng sentence ng hirap niyang intindihin. Okay, so, yun yung syntactic. So, your ability to communicate accurately. Number 56. This represents the part of us that are so anxiety-provoking that we cannot even consider them part of us. Bad me, good me, not me. It's the not me. Hindi not me, parang denial yan. Hindi yan eh. It's not me. Yeah, is it the bad me or the good me? Hindi rin. Okay, a personified self is it's a part of us that are so anxiety-provoking that we cannot even consider them. When you say personify, what do you mean by personify? Parang you create a person out of it. Okay? You create a person out of it. Kaya pag sinabing parang a symbol personified by this person, parang pag sinabing personify, binigyan mo ng parang binigyan mo ng human attributes. Okay, pag sino, di ba, sa language personification. Okay? So parang ito yung personified self, meaning yung sarili mo na hiniwalay mo at nag-create ka ng another self. That's why you don't consider it part of you. Okay? Pero kung totoo sin, galing yun sa'yo. Okay? It's a personified self. 57. Cynthia is now learning how to work with others, engage in competition, and resolve emails. She's probably in the... Okay, it's not juvenile. So juvenile kasi medyo palaban. Pre-adolescence, instead. Pre-adolescence parang nagmamatter lang is you and your best friend. So late adolescence is when you try to...
Kasi di ba may competition, compromise, cooperation?
But resolve disagreements.
Compromise.
Wait, so the tanong is, Cynthia is now learning how to work with others, engage in competition, resolve disagreement. She's probably in the... Yeah. Okay. Oo nga, juvenile. Sorry. My mistake. Nakita ka na yung original version kasi ito. It's juvenile. So, 57 is A. 7A. Why or who does not belong? Bakit A? Okay. Sige, lahat object relations. Colin has a tendency to split both the self and objects into good and bad. With at first little or no integration between them, he's experiencing letter split both the self and objects into good and bad. Letter D. Paranoid schizoid. Okay, this is anong theory to? Klein. Okay. Now, dalawa lang naman ang Klein dyan. Ay, actually, hindi, lahat pala. May Oedipus complex yung kay Klein. But the perfect answer is, the best answer is letter B. Which contributes to unconditional positive regard? Accurate empathy, congruence, authenticity, or potentiality? A. Accurate empathy. Sean believes that all things good are outside herself. She is considered by many people as conceited and arrogant. Her character type is anong sagot ito? A, B, C, or D? Ano ang receptive? Receptive is receptive. Papaloob. So that means receiving. Diba? They get. Okay. Ang exploitative ay nanggagamit, user, conceited, karagaan. Ayan. Inuto mo na ako eh. The answer is B. Hoarding is when they cannot let go. They get and get and get. Ayan. Because to fill up spaces, diba? Marketing is not the correct answer, of course. This basic human need involves rising above animal existence by becoming active creators is A, the sentence. Which does not belong to the group? Pakikisalamuha, pakikisangkot, pakipagpalagay nyo, pakikisa. A, B, C, or D? Correct answer starts with the letter P. Or starts with pakiki. The answer is letter A. But the reason is, yung B, C, and D are all hindi ibang tao level of interaction. Which is not a strand of Maslow's theory. Not a strand. Okay, letter C. Subjects were subjectively selected. Katrina tends to be possessive and clings on to people. Because when she was younger, she did not receive care and affection from people around her. This illustrates a neurotic need. Okay, letter C. The strongest needs are the bottom of Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Needs have to be satisfied 100% before the person can go to the next level. sagot dito?
The strongest needs are at the bottom of Maslow's hierarchy of needs.
Ano yung nasa bottom? Okay, can you consider the strongest needs? Okay, I can see where the confusion is coming from.
Maybe we have the
Different definition of strongest. Right? Okay, when you perceive strongest as the highest, then it creates a confusion and probably you will answer that this is false. Right? But for you, if strongest is in terms of pinaka-important, not pinaka-importante, but pinaka-urgent, yung pinaka-basic among the basic, then your answer probably would be true. Right?
okay.
So, but statement number 2 is definitely false. Okay? So, ang pagpipilian mo nila ay B or D. Ay, sorry. A or B. Right? A or? Sorry, A or D. Okay, so anong sagot? A or D? D?
Sinong D? D?
Okay, siguro,
I just hope,
ang hirap nga kasi depende ko anong, but the intention really is, when we say strongest, meaning yung pinaka-basic, pinaka-urgent na need. So, in this case, the answer is really A. Okay, A. Okay? So, tama yung first statement. Kung yun yung perspective. Right? So, hindi, yun yung intention dapat. Not urgent siya, pinakamalakas, hindi, I don't want importante, kailangan agad. Ayaw? So, siguro dapat the board exam, probably, hindi strongest ang gamiting word. Siguro, more urgent or hindi rin important kasi you cannot say that self-actualization is less important. Did you get the point? Kuha ba?
is probably
That's the most important. Right? Pero yung pinaka-basic, yung pinaka-required sa lahat, yes, Steven.
Sabi ko sa mga ginamit na term yung pre-potent.
Pre?
Lower order needs are more pre-potent than higher.
Potent.
Pre-potent.
Okay, meaning? Pre-potent, ibig sabihin, potency kasi potent is strong. Diba? Higher order, yes. Higher order, kasi when it comes to, di ba may two kinds of needs? When you try to further reclassify the 5 basic needs, merong group needs, merong deficiency needs. Right? The deficiency needs are yung dalawa sa bottom. Yung growth needs, yung medyo psychological needs on the upper portion, right? But, I guess what is important here is you understand. Di ba? Importante na yun nga. But for scoring purposes, letter A. The answer is A. Which is not true about classical conditioning. A, it does not change the environment. B, behavior is elicited, behavior is limited. D, it often involves reflexes. Letter C. 68. Characterized by openness to experiences, extension living, self-trust, sense of freedom, and creativity is C. Fully functioning person. Donnie graduated college back in love and received special awards for leadership in sports. He probably has high need for A. Recognition status. Okay. Itong recognition status, dominance, independence, love, and affection. Some theory to. Kaninong theory to? Recognition status, dominance, independence, love, and affection. Freud? Horny? Sino? Kay Horny ba to? Hindi, di ba? Kay? Kanina? Rocker? Parang hindi. Kaninong theory to? Carl Rogers? Dominance is also a word for power. Kanina? Kay Eric Gonzalez. Kay Eric Fromm. Di ba ano to? Yung existential, yung humanistic existentialism. Di ba? Ito actually yung mga needs, di ba? Hindi, sorry. I made a mistake. Not Eric Fromm. This is Horner. Yeah, sorry. Medyo sabaw-sabaw na. Okay. Yeah, it's Horner. Sorry. Hindi, iba pala existential needs. Existential, humanistic existential, ito yung mga transcendence, unity, belongingness. Remember? Okay, sorry, Abby. Tama ka. This is the expectation that the world promise, oral or written statement of another individual or group can be dependent upon. This is C, interpersonal trust. Refers to our degree of expectancy that we will attain a given reinforcement as a result of certain behavior. Believe that society has to create loving, harmonious, and non-aggressive relation. Is letter B, freedom of movement. Which is not true of Michel's theory. Traits consistently predict behavior. The person and situation interact with each other. Delay of gratification is important. People have a behavioral signature of personality. Which is not true of Michel's theory. Anong first name ni Michelle? Walter. Anong sagot? The answer is A. Very good. Because B, C, and D are actually strongly supporting what Michelle wants to say. Diba? That the person and the situation interact with each other. That's why it's quite hard to predict behavior. Right? Delay of gratification is also important, and sometimes it will affect also our ability to predict behavior. Because people are so complex, people have a behavioral signature of personality. So, ibig sabihin, bawat isa sa atin ay parang signature of personality, walang kapareho. Which is not included in a cognitive affective personality system. Coding strategies, competencies and self-regulatory strategies, goals and values. C, metacognition. Do you know what metacognition is? Metacognition is thinking about thinking. It's trying to recall how you did things. Okay, so that's metacognition. Martin is a basketball player who idolizes LeBron James. He's often found practicing basketball after class. In observation learning, this pertains to C. Behavioral production or practice. Filipinos believe that together they can make a difference and that change is coming. They are showing proxy agency, self-regulation, self-efficacy, collective efficacy. Okay, that's letter D. Which is not true about bahala na. Filipinos are challenged when they are the underdogs. Okay, remember when you are looking for not true, that means false. It is determined and it is determination in this taking in the face of uncertainty. C can be misinterpreted as just leaving everything to fate. D, none of the above. Okay, none of the above because all of the above are actually characteristics of bahala. Do you still author these words? Sinasabi niyo pa rin ba itong bahala na? Okay. Kasi parang iba-iba ng ano yun eh, form yun, di ba? Ang uso niyang puso, di ba? Puso lang yan. O tiwala. Diba? Tiwala lang. Puso. Yun nga lang, minsan kasi dapat hindi puso. Dapat minsan utak naman pairalan. Saan tayo? Split level Christianity was examined by Cobar, Bulatao, Enriquez, Salazar. Anyone? Okay, again, the answer is Father Bulatao. Bulatao. Okay, pero isa-isa natin. Si Cobar, siya yung nag-aral sa Psikologyang Pilipino ng loob. Okay, ang correct answer is B. Bulatao. Pero i-remind ko lang kayo kung bakit importante tandaan itong mga pangalan ko. Si Cobar, siya yung nag-aral sa loob. Diba? Ang mga Pilipino, parang maniis ng lagyan ng loob yung mga salita. Lakas ng loob. O kaya utang na loob. Kasi parang ini-emphasize natin yung loob, no? Okay. Loob. So, siya yun. Simula tao, yung split level. Ano ba yung split level Christianity? Do you still remember this? No? Anyone? Would like to explain what split level Christianity is? Split level Christianity is very characteristic of Filipinos kasi we are very religious, we're very devoted to Christianity, and yet we also believe in superstitious beliefs, di ba? So, yung split level. Si Enriquez, ano ang keyword kay Enriquez? Kapwa. Di ba sa kanyang kapwa? The core of Filipino personality, kapwa. Si Salazar, sa kanyang great cultural divide. Diba? Great cultural divide yung we go beyond socio-economic status. Diba? Yung may mga taong pamayaman, kung yung economic status has influence in our personality. Si Enriquez, ano din, sa Salazar din yung merong So, externality ng mga words, yung puri at dangal na ano. Ay, ito na pa rin. Puri and dangal, saya and ligayan, pertain to externality. Yeah. While driving, you try to anticipate what others on the road will do and drive defensively. Which corollary best applies? Fragmentation, sociality, construction, experience. Ano to? While driving, you try to anticipate what others on the road will do and drive defensively. Okay, there's a keyword there. Anticipate what others. So that means you're trying to predict people's behavior. So that is B, sociality. Horace tends to be bad-tempered and grumpy. He hates unpleasant surprises. The temperament implicated here is emotionality, activity, sociability, none of the above. A is emotionality. Liana hates being in the middle of a crowd. She prefers solitude, which is least likely to be true of Liana. A, B, C, or D. Okay, this can be very tricky. A, B, C, or D. Okay, I'm sure you're just choosing between A and C, right? Right? A or C lang pinagpipilian nyo. And now, is the answer no? Mayroon bang B? Cortical arousal, medyo malayo naman. Her personality has biological basis. Of course, lahat naman ng personality may biological basis. So, this is quite obvious. So, that's not the best answer. So, it's between letter A and C. Now, is introvert, of which will describe Liana more? Introvert or neurotic? Okay. Sure? Okay, that's the tricky part. Okay, you might think it's introvert because being in the middle of the crowd. He hates, diba? And she hates being in the middle of the crowd. Okay? And she prefers solitude. Okay? But an introvert, hindi naman necessarily they will hate being in a crowd. Diba? So hate is a strong word for introvert. Yeah, see, interesting nga. So, probably, mas neurotic kasi ayaw niya talagang sa crowd. Because maybe the crowd will notice something wrong with her. Okay? So, hate is quite a strong word for an introvert. Sino mga introvert dito? Okay, can you say that you really hate crowd? Hindi naman eh. Diba? You just don't prefer. Because they suck your energy. Yes. What? Okay. Wait, teka, I'm recalling how this how was this constructed? Lian is being least likely. So least, that means that hindi siya. Okay. The answer is says C. Now I'm trying to figure out. Okay. That basic talagang sagot eh. So it's a matter of explaining. Okay, it makes sense that, so we're looking at least likely to be true. That means the most false. Right? Okay. So, yeah, it makes sense na introvert siya. But still, he is very strong. Pero yeah, posibleng introvert siya. She has high cortical arousal. Oo nga. So, yung nga. Like, yeah, come to think of it, being neurotic is not limited to, yeah, okay, I get it. Medyo nalito kasi ako dun sa, yeah, I get it. Being neurotic does not necessarily mean it's limited to being with people. Kasi even if you're alone, you can still be neurotic, di ba? Pwedeng nag-isa ako dito, pero napapraning ako na baka bigla na may pumasok dito sa patayin ako. Or, di ba? So, yeah, it makes sense. Letter C is correct answer pa rin. But, yeah, it's least likely to be of Yana. Yeah, this 81 is C. Pa rin. Okay, it's a matter of explaining it correctly lang. Okay, 82. Buzz in 1991 starts with the assumption that motivation, emotion, and personality are adaptive in that they solve problems of. Okay, now, you need to know who Buzz is. Okay? Anong theory ba siya? Evolutionary. So, pag evolutionary, which words here are very related to evolutionary? A, survival and reproduction. In evolutionary psychology, the fourth adoptive personality system revolves around one's capacity and commitment to work, and it's the core characteristic of commitment to work. Okay, A, conscientiousness. That's why commitment to work, conscientiousness, is one of the most highly sought characteristic in employees. Diba? So, conscientiousness is an important characteristic of an employee. Psychological mechanisms relevant to personality can be grouped into all the following categories except psychological mechanisms relevant to personality can be grouped into all the following categories except bakit sih? What is the answer? A, B, C, or D? C? Pwede naman. Hirap ito, ano? Pero meron kayong clue dyan. Minsan iisipin mo na lang kung ano yung naiiba. That's the answer. Answer is letter? Sinong A? B? C? D? Okay, answer actually is D. Okay, this nature and nurture is an assumption, not a mechanism. Okay? When we say mechanism, it's like an agent. It facilitates personality. Diba? But nature and nurture is an assumption. It's an inherent assumption of humans. In evolutionary psychology, the fifth adaptive personality system is the evolved strategy of plant. Involves one's propensity for innovation in ability to solve problems. Yes, C, openness. Which is not true about Catel's traits. Source traits are traits that are underlying causes of overt behavior. B, constitutional source traits are genetically determined traits. What do you mean by constitutional? Ano yan, Abby? Mainit, pinapaitan ko. Ha? Okay, it has something to do with letter C. Yung letter B, constitutional source. Yung isa naman environment, mode, traits. Constitutional is the opposite of environmental. So, ano yung sabihin ng constitutional? If environmental means nurture, constitutional is nature. It's innate. Okay? Now, do not be confused. Baka kasi kung nakita nyo, environment, nature to. Hindi. Okay? Actually, it's the opposite. So, letter D is the correct answer. None of the above. Daniel is asked to answer several inventories looking at his personality. The data can be considered as What's the answer? C? It's Q data. Diba, when you try to compare the consistency among different sources, it's Q data. Diba? Which of these is not a level in the dynamic lattice? It's letter A, B, C, or D. Which of these is not a level in Catel's dynamic lattice? Is letter B, temperament level. 89. Cattell believed that pathological personalities are of two kinds: those with one or more abnormal traits and those with an extreme balance of normal traits. Letter B. 89B. 90. Statistically, the technique of reducing a number of variables to a small number is called letter C, factor analysis. Diba? You will try to cluster different factors so that you will come up with smaller number of factors. Jella is considered highly creative. She also has tendencies towards being hostile and aggressive. She is probably a high scorer in psychologicism. Okay. Actually, creativity is associated with being a psychotic. Are you creative? Biglang ayaw naman creative. The personality theories of Sullivan, Rogers, and those who give importance to interpersonal relationship with others deal mostly with B, well, di ba? Our relationship with other people. 93. The guilt that arises from our inability to accurately perceive the world of others is associated with, again, still myth. Anong umwel? Ha? Ano yun? Anong eigenwell? Self. Okay. Ang myth, others. Ang environment. So, philia is defined as love without care, care without love, an intimate non-sexual friendship. C. Jane, a young urban professional, relies on many different people for products and services. She relies on a lawyer for legal matters, a financial advisor for money matters, and the housekeeper for maintaining her household. She's making use of proxy efficacy. What do you mean? Ano yung sabihin ng proxy? Yes, parang substitute. Okay. Hannah has great confidence in herself as a chef. However, the economy has recently dropped and few people can afford fine dining. When Hannah applies to Lemonil, she will likely have high blank and low blank. Lemonil is a restaurant. A fine dining. So, A, B, C, or D? Yes. High self-efficacy, that means alam niyang kaya niyang gawin, pero alam niyang hindi siya kikita. Arthur has a low perception of himself. To improve his self-concept, the adults around him keep on praising and complimenting him. Rogers would probably think that such praise and compliments are most likely to... Yes, dog. Okay? Because of low perception of yourself, sometimes even people praise you would think that they're not being true to their praises. So the answer is letter D. 98. The formative tendency is the tendency for A, humans to form intimate relationships. B, matter to evolve from simple to complex forms. C, people to strive towards self-actualization. D, people to return to an inorganic state. D or B? B, tendency for matter to evolve from simple to complex forms. The fear of being one's best is Jonah, Icarus, fear of failure, or Moses? It's Jonah. Okay. Do you know why Jonah? Because being eaten by a bigger entity, which in this case, sometimes your best eats you up. Yeah.
regards to needs,
Which of the following would Maslow most likely agree with? A. Safety needs must be satisfied more fully than physiological needs. Would Maslow agree with that? No. People are generally aware of their underlying needs. Yes or no? No. C. If people cannot satisfy their love needs, they can skip to the level of esteem needs. Okay ba yan sabi ni Maslow? No. Okay, the order of needs may be reversed in certain cases. Yes. So letter D is the answer. So, kindly score and check what is your total.